Good morning, friends. This video is meant for everybody, and we are going to talk about it is better to be a leader rather than a boss. Friends, I repeat the thought it is better to be a leader rather than a boss. There is no denying the fact that most of the head of the institutions, most of the head of the departments, or most of the executives behave like boss. So what happens actually when you are behaving like a boss? You are only managing your employees. You are not having any interaction, or nor you are not getting any recommendations, nor you are open to their ideas. So it is my opinion that it is better to be a leader wherever you are working as an executive or as a top officer, as a manager, as a executive officer, or as a boss. If you are working as a boss, try to be leader rather than a boss. What is the difference between a boss and a leader? Leaders listen to their workers and peers. They solicit their ideas, recommendations, and feedback. And in doing so, they show respect for the experience and expertise of the others. It is true that even in the lower post and the lower status, the employees have greater experience and expertise. So there is nothing wrong in seeking their advice and seeking their recommendations. What will happen if we are listening to them and if we are soliciting their ideas and recommendations? We are not only getting ideas twinned into our own methods, rather we are also giving opportunity to the employees to work together and to sort out the problems. So a true leader actually always pays attention to his employees, his subordinates. Friends, wherever you work, most of the youth these days are now working in corporate sectors. It is true that they are holding the post of manager, sometimes president, vice president. And as their growth goes on increasing, their responsibility also goes on increasing. So it is important for them to develop leadership quality rather than creating the impression among his employees that he is the boss. A boss can only manage his employees. He cannot really innovate, motivate, and introduce new ideas. He cannot really motivate his employees. He cannot really inspire his employees. And it is very important to add to the productivity, to make your institution, to make your organization, to make your sector profitable. It is very important that you look into each and every employee as your customer rather than as an employee. When you are looking at each and every employee as your customer and you are working to satisfy them, what will happen? That they will listen to you and they will try to implement your ideas and recommendations in their day-to-day work. And that will give, a way to, creating better atmosphere for working for the employees, and also working together will develop and make and things better, and it will also empower the employees to take a decision, because only the boss cannot take a decision about how the profit can be made 100%, and how a company can be prosperous and profitable. Each and every employee has a contribution to make the companies progressive. Therefore, to behave like a leader rather than a boss is very important. So if you have developed a leadership quality, and if you are looking into the ideas and innovative thoughts of your employees, and if you are listening to their recommendations and trying to implement them, so if you are ready to implement their ideas and seeking their advice in improving the conditions of the companies, and I'm sure this will facilitate a new atmosphere among the employees, and they will develop confidence about the company and the sector, the corporate world, and they will go ahead in their work. So friends, to be a leader in any area, it is very important to have interaction with your subordinates, to talk to your subordinates openly and open-mindedly discuss the problems and try to solve the problem with the help of all the other subordinates, because the subordinates may have better experience and expertise so far as the work is concerned. So even if you are in the position of a boss, if you are behaving like a leader, everybody will extend their experience and expertise, and they will extend their help to sort out the problems and make the companies progressive and smooth going. And that is what I want to say, that it is better to be a leader rather than a boss. In any institution or in any corporate sector, in any world that you are working, behave like a leader rather than a boss. A boss can only manage the employees, but a leader can really make certain changes and can inspire his employees to work better and to work with confidence and to work for the progress of the institution or the sector or the corporate world wherever they are working. And that is what I wanted to emphasize upon. Thank you, friend. Have a nice